Welcome to the module where I explain where the reflexes are that we will be working and also why we work them. The diaphragm is placed at the base of where the knuckles are. So we've got them here, and when we hold our hand like this, the diaphragm is in the crease here. We work that because as we breathe in and out deeply, the diaphragm expands as we breathe in, and it forms a dome as we breathe out. That action helps for the parasympathetic nervous system to become active. That is the part of the nervous system that helps us to relax, which is very important if you have any stress or anxiety in your life. And the deep breathing helps as well to get more oxygen into the lungs, and it allows abdominal breathing as well. So the full breath brings a lot of benefits to our health and our physical body. So the parasympathetic nervous system is the nervous system that helps us to relax whilst we enjoy being with friends and family. When we enjoy having a meal with friends and family, reading a book at leisure, and it allows us to relax enough to just sit there and enjoy the story. It allows us as well to feel safe and digest our food and make love. So it's really, really beneficial to have that part of the nervous system active as much as we can. Stress absolutely can be beneficial, and it can work for us when we need it, but in small doses, not 24/7, not 12 out of 24 hours. That is fight and flight mode, where we are really tense, and that's the sympathetic nervous system. And when that one is active more than it needs to be, it affects our health. The solar plexus is a bundle of nerves in the middle of where the diaphragm is. And when that one is stimulated, it helps the organs to be more relaxed and to function in a better way. The other reflex that I always like to work is the spine. From every vertebrae, nerve innervations go to various organs and glands. So when we look at the cervical spine, which is from the base of the skull to the base of the neck, those nerves go to anything that is related to the head, the throat, and the upper chest. Then the thoracic spine is, we find that from the base of the neck to more or less the waistline. And those nerves go to all the organs like the heart, the lungs, the spleen, the liver, etc. So it's really beneficial to work the spine for any condition, really. I'll make my image a little bit smaller so that you can see the screen properly. There I am still. So that is situated at where the nail bed starts. We work along the thumb, along the hand, the heel of the hand to the below the little finger. So it's very much from here down and under the little finger. Okay, the other area that we work is the neck. When we are anxious and stressed, we hold our neck tight often. For most people, that is the case. So it is really good to work the muscles around the neck. As you can see on the image here, those muscles are quite large, and we know those, for example, keep our head up. They're strong muscles. So it is good to work them to help relax. And often we're very tight at the back when we are stressed or anxious. The Reflexes are found in the first joint of each finger, and we can work it on the side, and we can also work it on the palmar side or the dorsal side of the hand. Then we come to the lung reflex. As I mentioned earlier, when we are anxious and stressed, our breathing becomes quite shallow. And as explained as well, when we breathe deeply, the good nerve part of the nervous system kicks in, and we want to have that working for us. So breathing in deeply helps us to relax. Working the lung reflex will help towards that. And as you can see there, between each finger going in, and when we come to the webbing between, for example, here, the index finger and the middle finger, we work in between where you can feel the bones. So the head of the joints are here, and we work in between. And as we work it, we separate the fingers. So we create some space to work here. The same here. And we repeat that between every finger until we get between the ring finger and the little finger. And we work on both hands. And that helps the lungs to expand, and it also helps the muscles around the rib cage to relax. The heart. Often when we are anxious and stressed, the heart rate increases, it goes up, and we do not want that. Some people even develop palpitations due to stress and anxiety. And working the heart reflex helps the heartbeat to be more regulated. Here it shows it's on the left hand only, because the heart is mainly in the left part of the chest, but it's also a little bit on the right hand side. So you can work a little bit on the right hand as well. It can't harm. So when we look at the left hand, under the index finger, where the bone of the metacarpal is, so we work that area here. And it's only on this side of the hand, not on the other side. And if you want to work the other hand, you can work a little bit here as well. And if you go a bit further, that's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. Oxygen into the brain is very important. So the deep breathing helps. The parasympathetic nervous system has now kicked in. We now need to get the oxygen flowing to the brain so that our brain is alive, can focus and work, being able to concentrate on the task at hand. The brain reflex is on all tips of the fingers. So we work the whole padding of the thumb here, but also on the top, just under the nail. We also work the top of every finger and the padding of every finger. And again, on both hands. So really, as you have seen in previous images, on all the reflexes on the hand, the top of the fingers and the top of the toes is the head. Important to work as well. There are some acupressure points that are very useful. The heart 7 is really good for palpitations. It helps to calm the mind. It also helps to resolve any emotional issues that we have, such as anxiety, worry, irritability, panic attacks. So holding that point for any length of time under the little finger is very beneficial for all that. Pericardium 6 is 3 fingers down from the crease. So you can put 3 fingers from the crease, and then the point is here between the tendons. And working this point helps. It's great for heart palpitations, it's great for irritability and also insomnia, which are symptoms that you can have when having anxiety or stress. We can also work the ears. There's a tranquilizer point, which is not that hard to find. As you can see, I'll get the pointer out. It here, where we've got that little cone, really, that comes away from the face, and it's just below it, above where the rounding of the earlobe is. The shen men is found here, so you have the whole hollow from the ear there, and it's on that part closest to this earlobe. Now, working this area here, which is the hollow that you can see here, works the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve as well helps us to calm down. It is really beneficial to relax the body, and that area will be very easy to find and work. On the face, there are points that we can work. The ones in red, the points and those two zones, work them lightly if you have low blood pressure, because working these points lowers the blood pressure a little bit. So be aware of that. The points are beneficial, again, to relax the mind, to help the production of serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone. And the points at the back help to relax mind and muscle, and as well the point on the top of the head. As you can see, the face on the right has all these points on it. These have been discovered by Professor Chow, a professor in acupuncture in Vietnam. And he started to use acupuncture to start off with, and then realized he didn't need needles on the face and used those points. They're not all used today, and they're used in different combinations depending on the condition that needs to be worked with. So this is explaining a little bit where the reflexes are, what they do, and the next module I'll demonstrate how to work them on the hands, the face, and the ears. See you then.